My name's Trevor Hunt. I'm an athlete at Kilian Academy, and this is my BJJ adventure. I started training in 2016, consistently for about 2.5 years. Took about a year off and then consistently again ever since. So we're going on about 5 years, kind of a little on and off, but I'd say probably 80% on. I started my BJJ journey at the UFC gym in Mississauga under Martin Peru. Presently, I'm training at Kilian Academy. This is where I've found home for the last couple of years, and you know, it's been a beautiful contrast to see multiple styles of coaching and the evolution of being able to bounce from gym to gym. And ultimately, I tried the local gyms around here. There's about 3 or 4 that I went to before finding home here at Curran Academy. I've always been attracted to fighting, the intimate nature of it. I think coming up with my background, I did a lot of fighting on the streets. Ultimately, I ended up doing some fighting in competitive sports. And when I stopped playing hockey, I was looking for a cardiovascular exercise beyond the mundane exercise of running or the basic cardiovascular workouts. And I was working out at the UFC gym doing my regular calisthenic style training that I'd been accustomed to playing competitive hockey, and I seen the guys rolling on the mats, and I said, huh, that's not a sign, I don't know what is, you know. And no time like the present, and the stars aligned where logistically I was down the street from it. It made sense. I dove in with 2 feet, and it was, you know, 5 to 6 day a week adventure ever since. The rest is history. I just got hooked like a drug. I just really enjoyed the camaraderie. It reminded me a lot about coming up in a team environment, playing competitive hockey. A lot of people there for the right reasons. You know, humility is a tough and expensive lesson in the real world. And to duplicate that in a controlled environment with a bunch of other peers where simply there's a tap and you get to restart, it's like playing life with multiple lives. The ability to go deep on these kind of concepts and the philosophy behind it, it just totally captivated my attention and still does to this day. And what I thought I knew then, I realized I know much less even now, 5 years later, which is a little counterintuitive, but it's almost like the more I learn, the more I go down this journey, the more I understand, the more I realize how little I do know. And it's an ocean, and I know but a small part of it, and I'm inclined to continue discovering the rest of it because of not only the mental benefits, emotional benefits, social benefits, but the physical benefits as well. You know, doctor's orders, part of my regiment day-to-day life, and taking care of my own inventory so I can think properly in the head is exercise. And not the kind of exercise that's I'm pushing myself, the kind of exercise I need to be pushed past my limits. I need to expand what I thought capable. And there's something unique that I found in jiu-jitsu where the adrenaline dump of some other person dominating and strangling me, it allows me to level up. It allows me to be mindful of my breathing. It allows me to sync up mental, physical, emotional, and spiritual matters in one frame, where if I'm thinking about something else, the consequences, there's an immediate feedback loop. It allows me to be present, and it's very meditative in that. And how many times I've walked into a jiu-jitsu class and then left, totally forgetting about what exactly I was all stressed about before. And it's got a certain type of medicinal dose for me that keeps me coming back, despite being sore, literally every single day. So my expectations on the demos and doing the techniques were, upon training for them for many months, the academic steps to the techniques were the same as always. But the emotion, the explosiveness, the punctuation, all of those, I misprepared myself in my training for going through the motions out of fear of not remembering the steps to each technique. And this was a misrepresentation of what actually happened, was that I actually did not train like I should have to replicate the demo, because each move I would explode or put an emphasis on it, and all of that energy added up over the course of, you know, however many techniques we were pumping out. And so I misread the gas tank and just left it all out in the techniques. I was inspired by my training partner, honest to God, being my uke and training and going through all the drills over and over and over again, taking an additional hour on top of a 2-hour class to train with me. And I think if I were to look back on anything that stood out, was the bond and the friendship that I created actually with my training partner in that lead up for, you know, maybe 6 months of intentional preparation for this demo. Nick Foster. What I remember from it was, please go easy on me. I'm a little exhausted at the moment, brother, and I would appreciate you not embarrassing me. But in his graceful nature, he wasn't letting off the gas pedal, or at least that's how it felt. And you know, that's the way of the road. You know, through the gauntlet I go. My experience with sparring Adam Smart in the demo, you know, was much like how we sparred in training, minus all the eyeballs on us. But he was graceful in his approach and not giving me anything. You know, it's not like that was an expectation, but it was helpful that he trained with me just like he trains in sparring in regular class. So a little bit of familiarity was nice. Yeah, Coach. Yeah, I sparring with Coach. I got some words on that. He normally matches my energy, and I found myself being strangled by him and me trying to match his energy, which was, you know, good for me. But it kind of gave me like, oh shoot, here we go. You know, I'm not getting a pass on this one. There's no coaching going on here. This is humiliation. So be it, man. Through the gauntlet I go, and you know, that's the way of the road forward. And you know, much respect to my professor and coach, Abrie Kilian.
Come on, Trev. Be in the audience. Let's go now.
Yeah, my experience rolling with David Domini at the end was sort of like, it reminds me of this quote, you got a better chance of getting hit by a whale on the 401 than tapping him. You know, it was a sense of bewilderment and hopelessness that I'm not sure can be replicated in the outside world until someone is absolutely 100% dominant over your physical proceedings and what you wish to do with your body. And, you know, grateful for that experience. You know, just allows me to see the disparity in the levels that I have yet to reach, and inspires me to reach higher and continue down this journey. My favorite motto and inspiration is less is more. Me, naturally, I can complicate a ham sandwich, and so I'm drawn to those things that can simplify complex situations or scenarios. And Jiu-Jitsu embodies that principle. Less is more. To be efficient with our energy, to be efficient with our hands, our movement. This principle is the overriding principle that stands out in life for me, but also in Jiu-Jitsu. And it's a perfect marriage of the two.